Hey everybody. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back if you're returning. My name is Hannah. This is a channel about cross stitch, and my hair's down today, which is weird because usually it's up. I'm probably going to put it up in a bun eventually because it gets in the way. It's really long. Look how long it is. It's a lot. It's a lot of hair. It's a lot of hair. I haven't had time to go get it cut, so here we are. Okay, so we are almost done with June. We have, what, like a day left? Tomorrow's the last day of June, I think. Is there 30 days in June? I don't actually know. The 4th of July is Thursday. Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday. Yeah. So I think tomorrow's the last day. Anyway, all of that to be said, I have a few things that I'm going to show today. 1, 2, 3, 4, possibly 5. 4 maybe. The only reason I say possibly 5 is because I worked on the last piece of my round robin, but I haven't been showing my round robin really in most of the videos, so I'm not sure if I'm going to show it. I haven't decided yet. We'll see. But we're almost done. The round robin. This was the last piece that I'm going to get, and then I'll give it back to the owner of the piece, Gail, at retreat in August. So. And I'll give it back to her in the hotel room because she's my roommate. Well, she's one of my roommates. So, super excited. Oh my gosh, okay. Oh, my hair's falling out. Mr. Man's sleeping down there. You can't see him, but he's down on the floor in that room. We're downstairs again because it's hot upstairs. I don't know. I can't, I sweat when I go upstairs. We don't have great like air circulation upstairs, so it gets really hot up there. Okay, so now that we're 2 minutes in, let's get into some things. So I have a finish to show before I show anything else. I have a finish to show. So hold on one second. It's over here. It's in my little thing. I just finished it yesterday, so it's still a little bit it's got some lines. But here is my finish. So it's called Grace by Cross Stitching Art. And I did her on 32 count Hannah from Grace Notes Fabrics. I wonder whose fabric that might be. I thought she would look really pretty on this fabric because of all the purples. So that's her. She's got a lot of beads. And then this backstitch, let me just tell you. So all of that in the fan and like the whole dress outline, and then the hat and the bow, everything that is like that purpley, and then the mask, that purpley color, that's all this Kranic stuff. And it's a number 8, I think it's a number 8 Kranic, and it's a lot of backstitch. And it like goes into the dress too, like the lines, some of the lines in the dress, just to make it very obvious. It was a lot. And I ran out, so I had to order more. And then when I ordered more, it took a while. So I've been done with this for like a while now, but I couldn't actually finish it. I only had a little bit of backstitch left in the fan, the mask, and the hat. That's all I had to do. And then finish all the beads, because I didn't do the beads until I was done the backstitch. So I did all of the beads and all of the backstitch in the dress and on her. And then I had to wait to do the hat, the fan, and the mask, like to finish it for like a week. And then I finished it yesterday. So that's her. I'm super happy. And the annoying part, and you might not have noticed it, but and it's really hard to see now, but I got something on my fabric here. Came I think it was some, like, I needed to clean my Lowry or something, and so I got something on it. I managed to cover it up, I think, enough that you can't really tell. Like, if I hadn't pointed it out, you probably wouldn't have noticed it. But it's very hard to see now because I covered it up with thread. I like backstitched that area, so it's kind of hard to see. But it doesn't matter. I'm happy with it still. She looks great. I did her skin 1/1 as I usually do. So she's got some dainty looking skin there. And her necklace is a little weird. I thought when I was doing it, I was like, her necklace is a little weird. But you know. And these beads in this bow in the middle, they're kind of tight. I'm sure on 28 count it might have been a little bit easier to fit those beads in there, but they're a little tight. They still, I mean, they work. It looks fine. But in some of the places where there's lots of beads, like on the bottom of the dress, some of those were hard to fit, but I managed to make it work. Yeah, and like in this bow on her hat, right here, there's 4 beads right there that are a little funky, but you know, it's fine. It looks good, in my opinion. So yeah, so that is Grace. She is completed. I'm very happy with her. And now I've got to let her sit in this thing, whatever it's called, the roll. Sit in the roll so that she can uncrinkle with my Halloween nomies, which eventually I'll frame. Okay, the next thing I'll show is a new start that I started, and I put it into this bag. I don't think I showed this last time. I might have. I don't remember if I did. But I put it into this bag because it makes sense. And this is the Spell on You Sell by, oh my gosh, who's it by? Something and something studio. Hold on, I have it. Hold on. I will get it. Olivia and Lee Studios. It was from last year, I think it was from last year. And all I needed to do was 1 page. It looks tiny because this is 40 count. I think this was 40 count. It's 40 count. It's 40 count linen. It was a September fabric of the month from Dyeing for Cross Stitch. So it doesn't have a name. It was just from their September fabric of the month. And theirs is interesting because you don't have to be subscribed. You just buy the fabric of the month, like each month as it goes up if you want it. And this was the color. And here is the first page. It's just a tiny little bit, I think. It was a lot though. This thing took forever to stitch. The scroll, forever. And everything is backstitched. Again, I don't know what it is with everybody backstitched and everything. Like the whole scroll's backstitched. This whole thing is backstitched. Max is all backstitched. It's just a lot of backstitch. But that is that. And it says, All Hallows Eve, when the moon is round, a virgin will summon us from under the ground. And that's what Winnie says as they're getting, like, hanged, basically. Not to give away, you know, in the movie or anything. If you've never seen the movie, it's the very beginning, so I'm not giving too much away. And don't worry, it's not as, like, gruesome as it sounds. If you've never seen it, it's a children's movie, basically. So, but it's the best. I love it. But yeah. I did forget, I think, to put his part in. There's like a backstitched part in his hair that I have to put in, and I just totally forgot because it's very hard to see on the pattern, but I will do that next time I pull it out. Or I just won't do it. I'm just not worried about it. You can't, it's really hard to tell. Anyway, So, yay. One part done. Bunch of parts left. And it won't come out until it's spun again, whenever it's spun again. So, okay, I don't want Adobe to do something. Tell me later. Tell me later. Stop doing whatever you're doing. Okay. Okay, and then next, so that's that. That one was spun, and then, you know, as per usual, I pulled out in this beautiful bag. This one was from the 805 Stitcher. I bought this one from the 805 Stitcher. I love it. And then this one obviously is Black Cat X Stitchery because that's where like the majority of my bags come from. And I don't have like covers for any of the other patterns, but I do have a cover for this one. So this is the 324 project from Works by ABC. And that's what it will look like for the most part. I'm doing it as charted with all of the 324 colors. And I caught up as of yesterday. So this is where it is at the moment. So you can see it's starting, the purple blue colors are starting to come in. So I'm done all of the pinks. The pinks are completely finished. The pinks and like peachy colors. They're completely done. So now we've got the purples and the blues. I think the next row will be like blue. Blues start down towards the bottom of this one, and then like the next one is actually, I think, like all blue. And then we'll get into the teals and the greens and, you know, all of that eventually. This one is just a white 28 count Lugana. And I'm doing it 1/1. So it's going to be pretty small. I don't think it's going to go much past the middle line here. So it's going to be pretty tiny. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 more motifs across the top to do. So about this much space on this side. So a good little bit left, and then 5 more down at the bottom, I think. Yeah, because it's square. So it's not going to be too big. I mean, what, we're thinking like maybe there. So that's pretty, I mean, it's not small, but it's like the size of my face. Like, how do I compare everything to my face? Why do I measure everything in comparison to my face? My face is not that big. It's just the easiest thing to show because that's where the projects all sit, right next to my face. Okay, and then, yeah, I'll show the last piece in the round robin that we're doing. So we're doing the Dreaming Of series round robin. I've been doing this for this is my 2nd year now. I think we're probably going to go around, I'm probably going to go around one more time. I think I can manage to get one more time in, and then we'll see how close to a finish my piece is. But I'm pretty sure like it's going to be pretty close to done. If I go around one more, if not completely finished. I don't know. We'll have to see. But this one is Gail's, and she is doing Dreaming Of... What is this? What are these? Tulips. Yeah. Dreaming of Tulips by Rosewood Manor. And she's doing it on she's doing it on Grace Notes. Oh my gosh, I didn't notice that. Huh. She's doing it on Grace Notes Fabrics Jane Bell. I'm pretty sure this is Jane Bell. I'm like almost positive. I should know. I feel like I know all of their fabrics, so. And yeah, so here is the piece so far. So it's really fun. It's really coming together. This is huge. I mean, I feel like, remember when I showed mine? I don't remember. It was like, what, 2 years ago at this point? I showed mine, and it was just as huge. I feel like these giant, there's one big motif on every single pattern, and that is large. And And Adrian stitched that one. But yeah, so Gail started up here. So Gail did the first one, and then we've kind of gone all over the place, but I did this one. So we've been putting all our names around near the piece that we're doing, or the part that we're stitching. And I could have done any of these, but these ones were all somewhat large, the ones all over there, and I didn't want to do something super large. So I just did this one. And then, like I said, I have this piece until August, technically the end of August, but I'm going to give it to Gail at retreat at the beginning of August. So I got my bit done. My bit is completed, and it's looking so good. Gail, I'm so excited for you to get this back. So, fold it back up and stick it back in the bag. But yeah, super excited. Really fun. And then I'll show the last piece, which is the one everybody always wants to see. This one's not in a bag because I'm currently working on it. And I bet you can guess what it is. Sorry, I'm supposed to be getting a new Apple Watch today, and the courier's supposed to be dropping it off sometime in the next like 2 hours. So I'm hoping it gets here soon, because this is like 10 plus years old, and it's starting to malfunction. I know I'm putting this off. It's starting to malfunction, so like every couple days, if I turn it on to like go take a walk or whatever with the dog, it'll turn off before I even start walking, or like in the middle of the walk, and then it won't actually count any of that like exercise. And it's very annoying because I really like the little like rings and things, and so I'm barely ever closing my rings because it's turning off for like an hour in the middle of the day and I don't notice it, or in the beginning of the day and I don't notice it until later. So I'm getting a new one because this is so old. It's done a really good job for how old it is, but it's time for a new one. So I bought one. I bought it last night. I just ordered it because I was like, I need one. I just need a new one. I can't deal with this. I'm getting frustrated. So I ordered a new one. I put it on monthly payments because I was like, I'm not spending that much money right now. Like, I know in the long run I will be spending that much money, but if I can like spread out the payments, that's fine. I'm good with that. So it should be here sometime today, hopefully in the next 2 hours. But anyway, here is my wedding piece. So this is, I'm trying to find like a good spot for it. This is where I'm at now. Look at it. Ah, I'm so excited. Look at that bouquet. It's really starting to look, I mean, it was like photo realistic before, but I feel like, look at that bouquet. It's like even more photorealistic, I feel like now. Maybe I'm just crazy, but I'm so pleased with this. So pleased. Yeah. So excited! Look how short my hair was. However many, what is that, 5 years ago at this point? Crazy. But yeah, so I'm at, oh, well, let me backtrack. Let me just, if for anybody who's new here, which there aren't that many new people most of the time, but anyway, this is a photo, obviously, of my husband and I on the day we got married, and I turned it into a stitching pattern, just using like a free online stitching pattern generator or whatever, from a photo, and now I'm stitching it. And I'm at almost 42. I'm at 41.6 something percent. I think 41.61%. So I only have a little bit more to go before I spin the wheel again. And pull something else out. But I can't, I'm determined, and maybe I'm crazy, but I'm like determined to get to 50% this year. I'm at 40 almost too. I feel like I could get to 50. As long as I can keep up the pace. I've done a lot. Look how much from the corner. That's a lot, I feel like, from the corner. Like that's a real, we're starting to see a rectangle up in here. We still got a long way to go at the bottom, but, you know, I can't believe that that's only not even 50%. That's insane. But it is over 150,000 stitches. This is like 151 something thousand stitches. Okay, I'll put it down. My arms are starting to get tired, but I'll do a little bit of a close-up. A little bit of a close-up. Yeah, okay. So that is all the stitching. All the stitching I got done in the month of June. And I'm really hoping that my wheel starts to spin some full coverages, because I'm starting to feel like this is the only one that gets touched, which it is right now because it's my focus piece, so it makes sense. But I would really love to stitch some more full coverages at the moment. I'm feeling very full coveragey, so we'll see. I gotta get to 42% on this before I do anything, and then once that's done, I'll catch back up on my 324, and then I'll spin the wheel. But you know, I got my whole my rotation plan, whatever. It's going really well. I'm really enjoying everything. So, I mean, even doing Grace, I barely had anything started when I pulled her out, when my wheel spun her, and I don't feel like it took me that long, honestly. I don't remember when, because I spun my wheel and I did the Spell on You Sal the beginning of the month, and then I did this. I did a percentage of this, and I caught up on my 324 Sal, and then I started Grace, and I finished her yesterday. But granted, I also worked on 324 and this between, like, when I ran out of that Kreinik, so I could have finished her earlier if I had enough Kreinik. But either way, I feel like it's working pretty well. I just kind of want my wheel to spin some full coverages at this point. Like, I'm ready. I feel like I haven't worked on a full coverage in a while. That's not this. Like, I say that, but like this, I feel like doesn't count because it's not on the wheel. Because it's like every other project is this project. So I don't count that when I say I need to work on a full coverage. I'm like talking about, like, I need to work on a full coverage that isn't this full coverage, because I love this one, but I also need to put like some stitches in the other ones. So, but it's fine. So the next time I spin, let's all pray, hope and pray for full coverage. I know some people don't like them, but that's like my bread and butter. That's what I started. I started this channel doing all full coverages, only full coverages, and it's slowly morphed because my tastes have changed, but my tastes haven't changed enough that I don't want to do full coverages, you know? Like, I love a full coverage. So, anyway, I think that's everything. I have not bought anything. Did I get? I think the last time I got fabric. Hold on. Let me go check to see if I got fabric. I don't remember. I'm coming back. I did get fabric, and I got something else that I need to show. So I'll show my Grace Notes fabrics first. I think these were the last ones that I got. So I'm in their Color of the Month and their Neutral of the Month club. Their Neutral I always get on 32 count linen, and their Color I get on 28 count Lugana, because you never know when you're going to need either of those things. I need to stop playing with my hair. I'm really sorry. Really sorry about that. It's a lot. It's a lot of hair. Can you tell? It's a lot of hair. And it's kind of red down here. It's not as red in real life anymore. It's more brown. But on camera it looks very red. Either way. So their Neutral this month was called Greystone. And I think it's a very pretty gray. It's like a really pretty, looks almost purple on the screen. It's not. There's no purple. It's very gray. But I really like it. It's very much a neutral. Like if you're a neutral gal or guy, neutral person, if you are a neutral person, this is very neutral. Or at least in my opinion. This is what I would call like a neutral. Like you could do basically anything on this and it would work. And then the color is called Rose Petals. Now we know I'm not a pink person. Not really. I know. I say that, but I have like a bunch of projects on pink and you know, it works for some projects, okay? It's pretty. It is not 100% my favorite, but that's just because it's really pink. It's very like bubblegummy pink, and I will do something on it eventually when something works for this color, but I don't lean towards this color often. And of course it's like Corinne's favorite color, that and purple. It's just so funny. Okay, and then the last thing I want to show. So, I think I had mentioned, oh yay, my delivery should be here in 20 minutes, my new watch. So I think I had mentioned last video that I got fabric for my first chatelaine, and it was this green fabric that was from what is it, Atomic Ranch? Yeah, Atomic Ranch. It was 32 count linen in the color Sequoia, and I bought it from Farmer's Attic on Etsy. And it is a very pretty color, and it is a very pretty green. And I thought, oh, this will be great. Like, this will be the right color. That is so weird. Okay, there we go. That's better. I was like, that'll be a really pretty green for my chatelaine, which is the Scotland mandala, right? Okay, so this, right? I bought that. And then I was at Stitching Group last 2 weekends ago? I think 2 weekends ago. And Heather, my friend Heather, they were talking about this company that I already have fabric from. We just saw some. What am I trying to think? What is the name of it again? Dying for Cross Stitch. Yeah. So we already saw some of that. That green fabric that I'm doing, my Spell on You, Sal, that is Dying for Cross Stitch. Well, I forgot about that. And she does this really cool thing where you can order the fabric in light, medium, or dark. So she'll like make it a lighter version of the color, or the normal version, or a really dark version. And she had this color, and I was like, OMG, that's actually perfect. Look how dark this is. This is what I was going for. Let me show you the difference. Yeah. Yes. Now, it looks almost black on the screen. It is not that black. Like, it's actually green. Like a really, it's called Sequoia. And it's literally like, if you think of like a fir tree, it is that color. And it's coming across really not correct on the screen. I don't think there's going to be a way I can make it look accurate. But look at the difference. Like, look at the saturation difference. That's crazy. Like, this is a really pretty color if I hadn't seen this. So this is the one that I'm going to be doing it on. It's this, like I said, 32 count linen in the color Sequoia in the dark option. And oh, this is so good. This is exactly what I was going for. And I'm gonna be looking at her fabrics more because she's got some beautiful, beautiful colors. And yeah, this was like, I was just searching and searching and searching for something like this. And then when Heather was like, oh, like, just check it out because they've got the, like, dark option. And that is exactly what I needed. So it's just, it's wild to me, like, the difference. Because this is a pretty dark green, like, on its own, but then it doesn't look like it when you look at this. And the feel, like, they feel so different. They're just so obviously dyed very differently. But yeah, I've got all of my chatelaine stuff kitted and ready to go in this bag for whenever I start it. I'm scared to start it. I'm scared to start it until I've, like, hit at least 50% on my wedding piece, because I'm hoping after the wedding piece is done in however many more years it takes me to finish it, that this would become my focus piece, because my husband bought this for me, and it's the only chatelaine I'm probably ever gonna do. So, yeah. So anyway, that's everything, I think, this time. For real, this time. And I would like to be ready for when my watch gets here, hopefully soon. Super excited. Let's see, how did they do this? How did they fold this? Oh, did I do it? This feels not right. Oh well. Okay, I think that's everything. That's everything for real this time. So I'm gonna get ready to hopefully let somebody in, not let somebody in, but meet the courier, sign the paper, or the tablet or phone or whatever I need to sign to get this watch and hook it up to my phone and figure all that out. Yeah. Okay. Well, I'll talk to you guys in a month. Have a good one. Bye.